Hello. So I've bought a GT Omega cockpit. And this is the one with the RS9 seat. It's the Art Simulator Cockpit. I think it's the cheapest one. I'm not quite sure. Let me check. Yeah, it is the cheapest one, but yeah, doesn't matter. I think it's better than having none, because this is what I'm using at the moment. The problem is that when I press the accelerator, the chair swivels to the left. And when I press the clutch, the chair swivels to the right. Like, not all the way, obviously, because I've got 2 feet on the base at all times. I usually take the wheels off as well, which is just a pain, like trying to get them on and off all the time. And so I obviously need to upgrade, and so that's what I'm going to do. It's actually one of the reasons that I didn't ever really want to play on the wheel anymore. I know I haven't done a video on it for a long time, and it's due to this, really. I've also ordered a new chair, the GT Omega Pro Series. So I'll have somewhere to sit when I'm not on the rig. Right, so the plan is to move everything out the room, rip the carpet up, paint the walls, put the new carpet in, move everything back in, and then we can set the sim rig up. We're also going to have to do something about these cables, because this is an embarrassing mess. Oh my god, look at the mold. Oh no. Moving under the rain, I see glowing. For an internet connection, I've actually been using these power line adapters. I've just trailed it under my bed and over there to the PC, but I do actually have a 25 meter cable there. It's one of those flat Cat 7 ones, so it'll be able to trail under the carpet and go down the stairs to the router, so we'll have a proper wired connection. Right, now we've got a completely empty room, and now it's time to paint and build it back up. Have you ever So here's that long Ethernet cable. It goes around the carpet here, all the way around there, underneath the door. It's coming out here. It's going to go into this hole here, and then there's a hole in the joist. Goes through there, goes through this joist, this hole, and then this one. And then goes underneath these floorboards, and then down through this hole, which leads to where the room where the router is. The transformation is complete. It looks a lot better than it did before. Could still do with some better cable management. It's better than it was, and that's just because I've attached these to the back of the desk. So let's run a speed test here. Yep. And already that is way faster than it was before. About 3 times faster. I think it was around 70 to 75 last time. And the upload was around 9. So, yep. Close to 20 there. That's a much better connection. And it'll be a lot more stable as well, being hardwired. 6 ms, which is better than what we had last time as well. I think it was around 12 last time. And here it is. Right, so you're going to get 2 boxes. This one's got the frame in, and this one's got the seat in. I went for the RS9 seat. I know there's the RS6 as well, but I think this suits my body type a little bit more. This is what it looks like when you open the frame box. It's just a few, what I imagine to be, I don't know, panels of some sort there or something. Some panels there, some little bits in there. There's part of the main frame. I'm just going to lay it all out so that you can see it clearly on the floor. In this little foam package here, you've got I believe, this must be the shifter mount. The instructions is just one sheet, so it mustn't be that difficult to put together. Just got this layout diagram, and that's it. Tell you everything that you need at the top there. The only thing that's not listed on the parts list here is the shifter mount and bar. Although it's not listed, it does tell you how to fit it at the end, so at least we have some instruction. Not that we'd need it anyway, because it all looks pretty simple. So I think we'll start with just the front frame part here. So we'll cut out that part and we'll focus on this section. Before I do the wheel mount section, I'm just going to check that the orientation is right for my wheel. So I'm using the G29, and if I put it in this way, it means that these two holes line up, and they're the only two holes on there, I think, that I can use to mount it with. This is going to be the front, so I need to mount it this way, and the arms need to go on this way. And that is the front section built. Now we're going to start in the rear section. Before I do anything else, I'm just going to flip it over. I'm going to put these little rubber stands in. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as far as I can tell, these these face outwards like this, and the square washers go on the bottom. So you take those off and then put them underneath this rail. So if you just take the washer and then put it on the underneath like this, under the hole, and then you can put the bolt in. Okay, don't make the same mistake as I did and put your chair on the wrong way. So this needs to be facing this way, because this attaches to here on the front part. So make sure you put it on the right way. So doing this again, I would put these brackets all the way to the side, the bottom brackets attached to the frame, all the way to the outside, and then just plunk the chair in the, oh my god, plunk the chair in the middle, and then you can just push them, lift it on, and then tighten them up. Much easier than the first way I did it. Alright, to center it in the middle, I've measured this slot to be, from the bracket to the end of the slot, to be about 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters there, a little bit more than 4 there, and a little bit less there. Just get it as close as you can. I'm sure you won't notice a few millimeters difference. That's the whole rig set up. I'm just going to put in the shifter mount on the left hand side, the correct side. Yeah, good old twisty thing. Now I'm going to attach. Now I'm going to attach this. Fuck off. Now I'm just going to use these 2 bolts to attach the shifter to the mount. So I'm using the G29 pedals, and it's pretty self-explanatory, really, as to how these are going to go on the pedal board. There's 6 mounting holes. Just put it on how you see fit, I guess. So I've laid it down on its right side so you can see where I've put the pedal bolts. So if you do it this way, your G29 pedals will be exactly in the center. If you're also using the G29, just make sure you've plugged all your cables in and routed them through the slots before you attach it to the mount. So here it is, all set up. And the way I attached the wheel was just by those 2 screws there, but you got to be careful because it doesn't align perfectly unless you align it and then screw the bolts in properly. So just be careful when you're doing that, because it'll end up all wonky and it's really annoying. So it took me ages to get it to like the way I wanted it. You have to adjust everything, and the worst thing was actually adjusting the seat to be in the center of the wheel. So just look out for that. It just takes a lot of trial and error. It was way better having the pedals on the second setting up. So there's one hole there, and then I have it on the second one. Took a lot longer than I thought, actually, but I think it's because I had to film it. You could probably build it in an hour or 2, I guess, but the biggest problem is the adjustment, like adjusting the wheel to get in the right place, the shifter, and most of all, the seat. So since it's my birthday soon, someone has been very kind and bought me the monitor mount, which is way better because look at that, it's miles away. So this is really easy to set up. I've got these 2 bars that go across here and here. I've got these 2 that go in the holes here and back there. And then we just need 6 of these twisty screws, and then you get a selection of bolts and you just pick one that fits your monitor. These tiny ones are for me. So I've removed the stand from the monitor and I've just attached those 2 bars to the monitor using the 4 screws. Now I've just got to put these poles through here and here, and then use the screw handle thingies to hold them in place, and then just slot it into the rig. I also bought a Corsair Harpoon, just a cheap Corsair mouse, because every time I wanted to restart the race, I was sick of jumping out of the chair and into this one to use this mouse to restart it. Also, I've got some lights here for under the desk. Booyah! But all it really does is highlight my shitty cable management. The goal is to jump in the GTR GT3 and beat this from January 2020. This is my 7:27 lap, which is terrible. We're going to beat this first lap. Okay, now we're going to jump into the rig and see how it drives. Let me just say, before I actually jump onto it, I've already driven it to set it up, make sure everything's in the right place. It's a world of difference. Unbelievable difference. And probably the best thing I could have bought right now. Instead, I was going to buy the Fanatec shifter, and I was maybe going to get another wheel. Then I thought, yeah, it's probably better to get a rig. So that's what I've done, and don't regret it one bit. It is absolutely exquisite. Right, let's go. Ooh, it's gonna be sketch. Right, starts around this corner, so flat out, go! Just want to beat my old time. Okay, we can stay in fourth here, but we've got to slow down a bit for this corner. Oh, maybe too slow. Down to third, down to second. It's so stable compared to my old rig, old setup, which was terrible. Every time I put my foot on the brake now, nothing moves, which is the best feeling. Actually feels like a car. Right, flat out through here. There's a right turn at the top, down to fourth. And it's pretty much flat out through this entire section. And then when we come up over this crest, it's shift down to fifth. Carry as much speed through this corner as we can. all the way down to second here. This is where I slid out last time, so I'm already doing better than before. Let's flat out all the way through here. And then we're going to drop down to fourth here. And then third. And then first. Oh, it's so good. The driving position as well, like my legs aren't bent like they were before. Down to fourth. Down to second here. Oh, it's a bit sketch. Oh! Yeah, it's so good. It's gonna be so much more enjoyable playing on this now. Oh, I could have done that faster through there. Oh. It's quite hard to talk at the same time as doing this. Down to second. I always carry this section through with third, but I don't think it can be done. Yeah, you have to go down second there. Can't really remember the track, so can I go through it? Yep. Down to third here, I think. Maybe even second. Yeah, second. Is it flat out all the way through here? I think it is. Oh, short shift. And I think down to fourth here. Maybe could have done that in fifth. Just trying to remember the layout of the track. Definitely fourth for here. Yep. Oh, I could have stayed in fourth. I do that every time, remember. Down second. Carousel's coming up. I used to do the carousel in in first, but then I kept sliding out on the end on the exit, so I do it in second now. Did fourth through here or third? Oh, fourth. Third here. Whoa. I just can't remember the track well enough to push it really hard. Oh, not good from me there. Maybe I could have went through that in third. I'm all over the place with my lines here. Whoa! Four-wheel drifting. Down to second. Is it fourth through here? Yep. I didn't actually, I don't know why that stopped me from shifting there. Didn't feel like I was in the zone. Oh. I think it's flat out all the way through here. Need to shift. Down to fourth. Down to second. Oh, that was a bad line. And too slow. This is the second mini carousel. And then I think it goes round to the right here for a series of corners in third, then onto the main straight. Oh, we can go up to fourth here. This is it, main straight. And this car tops out quite early, so it's going to be quite frustrating sitting on this straight at like 280-ish. And we can carry this 6th gear all the way through the first corner, maybe the second corner. Yeah, 278 there, 279. Top speed here, through this corner as well. Then we're going to go down to 5th, down to 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Last corner. See what time we got? 7:11. I'm happy with that. Although I'd really like to get under 7 minutes. Okay, that was alright. Happy with that. I beat the 7:27 because it didn't slide out, which is the main thing. Awesome. The rig is super stable. It's so good. I'm so happy with it. And it's nice that the screen is like, you know, just in the right place, and this doesn't move all over the place. My chair is the biggest thing. It just doesn't go crazy. And my pedals don't slip as well. I can't wait to try out the clutch and stuff. I've actually got this Fanatec shifter, which I haven't set up yet. I've had it for 2 weeks, and I haven't set it up because I wanted to get this video out first. So the next video to do with the sim rig and stuff is going to be setting this up, because then I can finally mount my handbrake, because I haven't been able to do it due to there not being a place to put it, but you can mount it on the side of this, so that's essentially why I just decided to buy this. So anyway, alright, so watching that video back, I've realised that it doesn't show the time here because my stupid face is in the way of the time, but it is 7:11. Anyways, thanks for watching. The rig is unbelievable. So much better now, and hopefully it'll inspire me to do a little bit more content on the sim racing thing, and I can get back to streaming as well, maybe. We'll see. But you know, I want to focus a lot on the Lexus as well. So okay, I've just done another lap, and I got a 7:08. So GTR GT3 Nordschleife 7:08, which is better than my 7:11. So I've proved it with the actual time. Oh, and for everyone in the comments who wants to talk shit about how crap I am on Assetto Corsa, well, you're right, I am shit. But I'm going to get better, and you'll see. So I'm going to continue to build on the rig. Obviously, I'm going to start with this bad boy. Not going to open it though yet. That's for the next video. And then little by little, next is going to be the wheel, really. G29 is a really good wheel, I like it, but I've never driven a belt wheel, and I've never driven a direct drive wheel, so I was thinking maybe the Fanatec CSL. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff.